Good question. My life, let's see, with the stoma and, the colostomy bag, it's a little different. But really not much has changed. Once, I got through recovery, I just been doing the same thing, making candles and um, just working and getting out when I can and engaging with people. It's not that much different, except that having the colostomy and getting out is different because I have to have my supplies with me at all times. I just don't want to have the challenge of having to go to the bathroom to make a change. Just say that I'm out all day or hanging out somewhere and I'm eating, and then my bag starts to fill up. I need to change it, but I have my supplies and I have had to do that, and I haven't really had any problems. But in the beginning, it was very uncomfortable. And then about the video, I talked about the stoma noise. I'm not worried about that anymore. But just acclimating to being in public with an ostomy it could be a challenge, but I choose for it not to be. And so I even changed the way I dress a little bit because I rather have my bag showing, with the bag cover than to be, trying to cloak it or cover it. Engaging with people when they see it and they think that I have this fanny pack or purse pouch has been actually fun, and talking to people about that. So the life hasn't really changed that much. I guess if you mean with the changing of the bag, by the time I actually really had to do it, I knew a lot about changing the bag because of people who did bag changes on YouTube. So during my treatment, I was home not working. So I was watching a lot of videos and typing in the search box about cancer and what is life like with cancer. Or so I was watching all these videos, and they were doing a lot of teaching on bag changes and how to care for your stoma. So that's basically how I learned how to do it. Yeah, the supplies and cleaning, making sure the peristoma skin is clean and stuff like that. I learned it on YouTube. I learned, I learned it on YouTube, and I've always been comfortable with it. And because I had actually saw these videos before I even knew that I was going to have an ostomy. I didn't even know, but it was so interesting to see people on there talking about it and doing the demonstrations that I watched it. And then when I did find out that the surgery that I was going to have to remove the tumor from my rectum, I knew, what what it was going to entail. And so that made it easier. Okay, so the stoma is your large intestine, the end of your large intestine pulled through your abdominal wall to, because if your intestines is inside your body, when you get ready to go to the bathroom, you're going to go to the bathroom through your backside. Well, they just bring your intestine out through your stomach, and so then so you can go to the bathroom that way. And so they call that end of the part that's coming through your stomach, they call it a stoma. So that's the part where you release your poop. While in the hospital for 3 weeks, I wasn't really having any output because of the bowel obstruction that we didn't know at first was happening. And so there really wasn't any need for changing the bag except for, the sweat. So, the bag will sweat. And so they were, the nurses was changing my bag, every so many days because of the sweat. But I was in there for 3 weeks. I didn't really get any output until like the last couple days that I was in the hospital. So nothing was really happening. So by the time I got home, I was glad that I had learned how to change my bag and do all of that stuff from YouTube. Otherwise, I would have probably had to spend more time with my stoma nurse. So we basically live the same way. We just go to the bathroom from the front instead of the back, and some of us have what they call the Barbie butt. So that's something else that I intend to talk about on my videos too, coming up, what that's like, having a Barbie butt. I had never heard of such a thing until I came into the ostomy life. In the meantime, be blessed and have a very, very great rest of your day. And I'll see you soon. Living it stronger.